Hello, my name is Debbie and today's lesson is on rate. Rate might be confusing for a lot of you, but I want to really try and explain it to you that you'll be able to understand and clarify a few things for you. But first of all, what is rate? Rate is the comparison of two measurements that have different kinds of units. So if we look here, you've got kilometers per hour, and kilometers is a distance and hour is time. So we are comparing these two units with each other. Another example is rand per kilogram. If you go and buy tomatoes or something that you have to weigh, then you might have to pay rand per kilogram. So it's money and weight that you're comparing. Another thing that I wanted to sort out with you is that you understand that this sign here, this / means per. For example, kilometers per hour is kilometers / hour. You'd write it like that. This next sentence is very important, and the whole lesson is going to focus on this, so I want you to pay attention. If you need to calculate how many kilometers you walk per hour, then you divide by whatever comes after the word per. And in this case, it was how many kilometers you walk per hour. So you're going to divide by hours. Let's look at this example. If you walk 20 kilometers in 5 hours, what speed are you walking in kilometers per hour? If that was your question, you first look at what comes after the word per. Then you know what you must divide by. So in this case, the 20 kilometers is divided by the hours. 20 kilometers divided by 5 hours will give you 4 kilometers per, is the divide, hours, or per hour. Another example here, Lesego works at her uncle's shop for 8 hours every Saturday for 4 Saturdays. She earns 960 rand in total. Calculate the rate of payment in rand per hour. Example 2, let's look here. Rand is 960 rand, and the hours, how many hours does she work? It's 8 hours and 4 Saturdays, so it will be a total of 32 hours. Now the question said, how many rand per hour? So we're going to take our rand and we're going to divide by the hours, because that came after the word per. 960 divided by 32, and we get an answer of 30 rand per hour. Or we could write it as 30 rand per hour. Now, that was the rate of payment in rand per hour. But now, how many rand does she earn in 5 hours? So if she earns 30 rand in 1 hour, in 5 hours, we have to multiply by 5, so we get 5 hours. And what we do on the right-hand side, we're going to do on the left-hand side as well. And then we get 150 rand in 5 hours. Now the next example says you drive 250 kilometers with your car and you use 20 liters of petrol. Calculate your car's petrol consumption in, first of all, kilometers per liter. So what do you have to divide by? You must divide by liters, because that comes after the word per. This can be very confusing in a test, so remember this. Just look for the word per and look what's after the word per. Then you know what you must do there. You must divide by liters now. Let's do this sum. And it says the kilometers, it's 250, and the liters, 20 liters. So, but it said how many? Kilometers per liter. So we're going to say kilometers divided by the liters. 20 kilometers, 250 kilometers, divided by 20 liters. And we get an answer of 12,5 kilometers per liter. Now if we look at B, same story, you're driving 250 kilometers with your car and you use 20 liters of petrol. Calculate your car's petrol consumption, so how many liters it uses per kilometer. So now you're not going to divide by liters, you're going to divide by kilometers. Same kilometers, same liters, and now we're going to say liters divided by kilometers, because it's liters per kilometer. So we say 20 liters divided by 250 kilometers. And that gives you an answer, if you work it out in your calculator, of 0.08 liters per kilometer. Now the last part of the question, this sometimes does come up in a paper, where it says, calculate your car's petrol consumption in liters per 100 kilometers. So now we've got to first take how many liters it was for 1 kilometer, and then we're going to multiply by 100. So let's have a look at that sum. It's liters per 100 kilometers. If we look here, it was 0.08 liters for 1 kilometer, per kilometer. But now we want to go up to 100 kilometers. So now we've got 100 kilometers here, but if we multiply it by 100 on this side, we must multiply by 100 on this side. And we're going to, if we multiply, we're going to get 8 liters per 100 kilometers. What I want to just remind you is, don't get overwhelmed by sums like this. You will get something like this in one of your papers somewhere along the line. A question like this will come up. But don't be overwhelmed by it. Take it step by step. And remember that if you've learned nothing else this whole lesson, that you must divide by whatever comes after the word per. Good luck and all the best.